appoint oil company boss as president of the COP25 climate conference, alarming climate groups. CNN, the United Arab Emirates has appointed the head of one of the world's largest oil producers to preside over the UN's COP25 climate summit in a movie activist warned could undermine this year's global conference. Sultan Al Jaber, CEO of the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, will oversee COP28, which takes place from November 30 in Dubai. Political leaders and representatives from more than 190 countries will congregate to discuss how to put the world on course to meet the Paris Climate Agreement ambition of limiting temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Announcing Al Jaber's appointment, the UAE praised his climate credentials, including his position as the country's climate change envoy and role as founder of the renewable energy company Masdar. The UAE is approaching COP28 with a strong sense of responsibility and the highest possible level of ambition, Al Jaber said in a statement. The UAE, the big oil producer, has pledged to reach net zero emissions by 2050, meaning it would remove from the atmosphere at least as much planet warming pollution as it emits. I'm confident that Dr. Sultan has both the standing and the capability to offer groundbreaking leadership for COP28, he said in a statement. Climate activists have said the appointment of Al Jaber, pictured on November 12, 2018, as the COP28 president is the conflict of interest. The appointment has caused backlash among some climate groups, given the role fossil fuels play in driving climate change. Climate organizations have said that Al Jaber's appointment would undermine the possibility of achieving ambitious climate pledges, and some have called for Al Jaber to relinquish his oil industry job to take this post. The appointment raises questions about the credibility of the UAE's COP28 presidency, said Tom Evans, a policy advisor at the European climate change think tank E3G. At face value, the head of the national oil company is ambitiously facing a massive conflict of interest, he told CNN. Tasnim Esso, executive director of Climate Action Network International, said in a statement, Al Jaber cannot preside over the process that is tasked to address the climate crisis with such a conflict of interest, heading an industry that is responsible for the crisis itself. She added, if he does not step down as CEO of Abu Dhabi National Oil Corporation, it will be tantamount to a full-scale capture of the UN climate talks by the Petrostate National Oil Company and its associated fossil fuel lobbyists. Last year's COP27 ended with the countries affirming the goal to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, but the proposal to phase out fossil fuels was blocked by countries including China and Saudi Arabia. Climate campaigners accused the fossil fuel industry of exercising outsized influence at the summit, which was attended by more than 600 fossil fuel lobbyists. For the summit host to be taken seriously as honest brokers for change, they need to go above and beyond to avoid the conflict of interest. UK-based humanitarian group Action Aid said in a statement, this is vital for the safety and the protection of our planet. Unfortunately, COP28 looks like it is off to the bad start at that regard. However, others have said Al-Zaber's appointment is not a surprise as he has been at the forefront of renewable energy advocacy in the region. He was the CEO of Abu Dhabi's clean energy vehicle. He is still chairman of Masdar, and he recently took the stake in renewables and the hydrogen business. Robin Mills, CEO of Dubai-based energy consulting firm Qamar Energy, told CNN's Becky Anderson. So what we're seeing here is well thought out, and the long-term strategy and the energy diversity, which emphasize the climate compatibility. Al-Zaver, who is the first CEO to ever hold a COP presidency, according to the UAE's statement, said COP28 will be a critical moment to mobilize the political will to respond to what the science tells us will need to be achieved to remain on target and limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius by 2050. CNN's Celine Arcardi and Ivana Kutasova contributed reporting.